Slaps. Okay. Sorry. Alrighty. Okie dokie. So we're on chapter. Okay, let's return to the car. We're just gonna do that really fast. I'm gonna miss you when you go to sleep.
Aw. Kathryn will be here.
I know, Kathryn will be awesome too.
Yeah.
See that you buy no more than we need.
Are you gonna be able, will you give her like the briefing on how to do everything ahead of time?
I'll give her the full training.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Ignis.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you to say. And Alice, we are trying our best.
Aw, thank you. Yeah, we're struggling. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I try to think about how I feel when I watch somebody else's stream and what I like in a stream and what I don't like. I try to be like as real as I can. Like, this is the shade that you get. I'm in my dress pajamas. Like, you know, like, I don't want people, I mean.
You guys are seeing the real deal, for sure.
So, okay.
Yeah, honestly, it feels crazy that it's been 4 hours. I can hardly believe it. It does not feel like that much time has gone by.
This stresses me out because I am not ready. Wait, we're only on chapter 2. We're not even close. Like, the good news is, like, some of the later chapters are pretty.
Yeah, you can get.
I want to ride my
chocobo all day. Can't get it out of my head. Sander, thank you so much. Holy cannolis. Now, what was that?
Let's see what it was. It looks like that was the...
You got it covered, my dudes. Thank you,
that
my
was,
Euphoria.
The Inktober sketch.
Oh, good. Oh, my God.
That's
thank you,
awesome.
Sander. I'm super excited.
Thank you so much.
By the way, I feel like I should have told everybody this already, but like shipping is included, like with the donations. Like we're covering the shipping. The only time that like you may have to pay more is if you want it like insured or if you want like a higher shipping, like a faster shipping
right away.
Yeah, we can talk about that later though. That's not point. Okay, we are going to go up here.
You guys are so sweet.
Core Legacy. Oh, we're gonna go into the. We're gonna do our first dungeon.
Ooh, exciting.
Okay, so this is what I was trying to say, but I couldn't do it in the rain. So you can force the what's it called to go up.
I want to ride my chocobo
all day.
Nida,
thank you so freaking much. What did Nida get?
Nida, what'd you get? Let's see. Ooh, looks like the Chocobros Forever sticker set.
Oh my god. Cute. You're gonna love it. I have a bunch of Ignis stuff and it's outside. Wait, we should listen to some music.
That's actually you, and is everything coming from one spot? Because you could probably save a bit and ship all together since it's your second donation.
Oh, so that was actually me. And is everything coming from one spot because you? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can bundle together.
It depends. No. So I will say this. Hang on a second. Let me switch. Some of the stuff I have here, and some of the stuff is being mailed directly from the artists themselves. So Ignis, all of Ignis stuff is going to be going from Australia. Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. Aw, Ellie, welcome.
Ellie, oh my God, Ellie! Oh, Ellie, my heart! I haven't seen you in so long. Ellie, I meant to message you. I still have your stuff from what's it called? From Inktober earlier in the year. I'll hold on to it for you as long as you want. I just haven't messaged you because I figured I'd message you after this was over. But I got it, and I'll hang on to it for you forever if you want. Okay, I'm so glad. Ellie, she's an amazing artist. She's from Italy, and
welcome, Ellie.
She's a crazy good Ignis artist. I mean, there's so many good Ignis artists in this.
Honestly, the talent in this fandom is insane.
Exactly.
Also, I'm so sorry, but I have to ask, with the Italia looking the way that it does. Like, did Cindy just like wrap her own ass around this car? Like, did she feel weird while she was like doing this? She's like,
yeah, Prompto's like, can we get this decal? And he was like,
what do you want that for?
This must be the outpost Sid mentioned.
Totally cosplay.
It looks like a hub.
Oh my god.
Coincidence 100, exactly. Core time. Yep, we're about to do 4.
I'm just imagining like what that process like. She's in the garage like putting this on the car.
Before we talk to Monica, we gotta play around in darts. It's around here somewhere.
Across the land, still blossoms from Tenebrae can be seen displayed in memoriam. With no remains to mourn, throngs have gathered in Altisha to pay their respects. Many offering prayers at a vigil held before the wedding dress Lady Luna Freya was to wear.
Oh
While some hold out hope the Oracle still
Oh,
lives,
I'm gonna wake
a
up,
great
man.
silence continues to linger.
I'm not actually that tired, but my eyes are like,
Your
I need
eyes
some Visine or something. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Aw, the Scylla blossoms.
Growing seismic activity has
I want to scroll back up on the chat because a lot of stuff was happening.
Yeah, go
You guys were like popping up while we were talking about the donation incentives. I want to bring that conversation back, what we were talking about.
Meldacio Hunter HQ.
Remember, everybody, if you're like sort of eyeing something and you're a little interested, remember everything's tax deductible.
Tax
So,
deductible.
and all of everything that is being spent
Contact your local
is
hunter for more information.
going straight to Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Rady, San Diego. So it's like if you were thinking about maybe donating $20, like why not get yourself something a little, like might as well put it towards one of those.
Treat yourself.
Exactly. Treat
Treat
yourself. Exactly. Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play around.
Jelly
with it.
Moose earlier said they cried for over an hour after they finished that game and they knew what happened before they played. Yep.
So
Sounds about right.
Keep talking, but I have a comment on that.
My Euphoria, you kind of struggled to vibe with chapter 14 because it was more emotional than, as 10 years is a long time, but damn, it still gets to you good. A powerful message indeed that sacrifices need to be made for the greater good, and it's okay to mourn the loss of those that mean the world to us.
So I'm actually
gonna cry.
I'm with that person who said
My Euphoria.
yeah, about how chapter 14, like, you felt. I actually
Yeah.
think the emotional peak in this game was chapter 10, where Ignis has his, like, big speech about, like, you know, like, he knows that his eyesight's never gonna get better. That I felt was, like, all of chapter 10 was just a punch in the gut. Like, when Luna, you know, at the end of chapter 9.
Yeah.
So I also felt that chapter 14 was a little, like, they had peaked a little too early.
Yeah.
But
I could see that.
this is what happened to me. So I beat the game at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I had played the game for 200 hours before I finally beat it. You can look at my very first playthrough. It was like 200 hours. And I had spent all this time, and then I was like, finally, I did everything. Like, I have to beat the game. So I beat it. And I was, I texted Kathryn right after I beat it, middle of the night. And I was like, so confused because I didn't know if the bros had died. Like, this was before there was like some additional
stuff that like helped clarify.
supplement. Yeah. I was like, I was so confused. I was just like, I don't really know. Like, I was like, that was the thing. And I texted Kathryn, and she like texted me back. So the next morning I wake up, and my husband knew that I had stayed up late the night before to see if I had beaten it.
Yeah.
The next morning, my husband's like, so what did you think about the ending? I was like, you know, it was like weird, and then like everybody dies, and then, because this is back when I thought like the guys had died, and then all of a sudden I just start breaking down and like sobbing. I was just like, and then this thing, and it's just so bittersweet, and then the music, and the brotherhood, and the friendship, like, I just lost it, and it was like a delayed reaction for me. Like, I guess maybe I was just tired when I beat it, and it was like, it took a night to process everything. But I woke up the next day, and I was just like, oh my god. I remember thinking, I was like, this is either the worst game I've ever played or the best game I've ever played. And like, I finally decided after a couple of days, I was like, this is one of the best games I've ever played. Like, flaws be damned, like, it's still a great game.
Someone said it earlier, but there's things that this game does so well, and things that maybe it doesn't do so great, you know?
You know? I mean,
it's somewhere right in between.
there are definitely better games. I'm not saying there aren't better games out there. It's just that this game resonated with me more.
For a number of reasons. I think that, like, even for me, this game was so compelling because of the way it depicted, like, relationships and, like, you felt the way that, like, all these characters care about each other in a very, like, authentic way, not in a like storybook Disney way, like in a I saw reflections of my own relationships between family, between friends, and things like that in this game, and because of that it means so much to me because it just like reminds me of like just things in my life, you know.
Sorry, just to like roll back, I'm not tired, Cariel. Gabby, I agree. That's the only time I've ever seen Scylla Blossom. I forgot you can see Scylla Blossoms there. That kind of shocked me. I like it when I see Gabby's name. I mean, I like seeing everybody's name, but like when Gabby pops up, especially knowing she's in Georgia and it's like 5 o'clock, or it's like 7 o'clock in the morning and she's been up all night watching us. Nighty says, I finished it on a Sunday and sat there and was like I need to get a grip on myself or they will ask at lunch. Yeah. Same. I was shook for days after Luna. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. So Final Fantasy, the thing Final Fantasy has always done really well is like the cutscenes, like the full motion cutscenes. That, I mean, and there's some classic cutscenes like Tidus and Yuna in the lake, in the water. That's the famous one. Like the dancing, waltzing scene in Final Fantasy VIII is pretty iconic. Like Luna in the water and Noct like going from a child to adult and him trying to reach out to her. Like I can't even talk about it with. I mean, I get chills. Just that is one of the most profoundly beautiful, devastating scenes I've ever seen. That's why I say like the emotional like punch of the game peak in that part of the game. Definitely. So anyway, I'm sorry. I keep talking over you, Stephanie. Like I don't know why I do that. I don't.
This is our Shay's unnecessary sorry jar.
All right, let's go find Core.
The bond the Chocobros have is something special. Yeah, absolutely. I think that for me, that was like one of the most compelling parts of the game for me because like you could see all of these moments, like with Ignis, right? Like now blind, just like sitting at the bed. Like that is like the kind of thing where like. Oh my God. You don't have to say it with words, like, and that's how I feel about like my relationships, like with my closest friends. Like, there's like, I guess it's like silent understanding where I can completely understand why they make the decisions they do and they act the way that they do because that is how it is. Like that's how it is. That's how those relationships are. And I think that they just like, I don't know, they captured it really well.
Another thing, just to kind of build on what you were saying, is I've said this before. And I'm not a man, so I can't really say if they depict relationships between men accurately or not. Yeah. But I will say the game lacks a lot of toxic masculinity that you find in other sources of media. Yes. Like Gladio's like you think he's like this big burly guy, but then he's like reading Art of War in the background. Like they make dick jokes and they like give each other some like shit, but it's like. Thank you, Cassia, Thea. Thank you so freaking much for the follow.
Thank you.
I shouldn't talk while I'm eating. Like they have moments of weakness and they fight and that train scene. Like this is my absolutely most unpopular opinion about Final Fantasy 15. I think Gladio was in the right during the train scene. I think he probably could have been a little bit more tactile, sensitive, but I think. Ultimately, he had the right of it. And so, but, I mean, you know, obviously they have, like, conflict, but it's not like, bro, like, your dick is small, bro, like, you know, like, it's never like that. There's tenderness, and that's what I would like to see more of in media. I would like to see male friendships. I mean, you can, if you view it as romantic love, that's totally cool, but, like, I'd love to see more like male platonic friendships that aren't built on this like toxic masculinity, like where they have something to prove, you know? Like guys should be able to say they love each other and like, you know, and it not be like seen as weak or anything.
And like maybe that's why I know this game really resonated with the female audiences a lot more. I can't speak on behalf of everyone. I can speak on behalf of myself and my own friendships. But that is I see.
So I'm like reading the chat. I'm like, I'll just let them deal with it.
Euphoria. Yes. Oh my God, Gladio went through so much, and it's always forgotten how he suffers too. 100%.
Everybody. Not one person in this game, like, didn't lose something that was important to them.
Yeah. You're right. But I don't know. I see the relationships I have with my closest friends. I 100% see reflected in this of just like, I'll do anything for my friends and they know it. I will tell them that I love them so much, they know it. I will tell them when they're being assholes and say it with all the love in my heart and they know it, you know, like
totally.
And that is like, this is why I think this is one of the best depictions of like platonic friendship I've seen in any, and granted again, if you want to see it as romantic, that's totally fine too. But for me, the way I interpreted it, or I saw it reflected in at least my life and my experiences, I saw it in my platonic friendships and my best friends.
Totally.
It's just beautiful. You don't see stuff like that super often.
For some action.
Get down here.
You know how to put yourself in other shoes, but not in action. Angered you so much. It was like having your sister in your video games. You totally got Gladio's reaction. Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
His died dead too when he found out that Regis was dead too. Yeah, and any normal person would do. He reacts. Yes. Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people who they're really hard on Noct because, or they're like, Noct went through so much, like he deserves a break.
Yeah.
That's not false.
That's not.
That is absolutely 100% true. Noct did go through a lot. He lost his father. He lost his kingdom. He lost his fiance. Yeah. Totally, absolutely 100% true. Gladio lost his father. No, who knows what happened to Prompto's family? Ignis's family. He had an uncle in the Citadel. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody lost something.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you play the game, like, not in this context where we're talking while we're playing and not paying attention, like, there's several instances throughout the game, early on in the game, where Noct is kind of a little whiny punk.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, when you're, like, you know...
He's a punk.
Like, during the Deadeye quest and during the, like, getting the Titan, when you're going to Titan, like, he's just like, I don't want to do this. Like, I can understand why Gladio finally just was like, shut the fuck up, you know? I'm not saying, like, violence is the answer. I'm not saying that Gladio was necessarily right to, like, just, like, lose it physically. But, you know, Gladio is the shield of the king. Yeah. The king's shield. It's a very aggressive job. He trains really hard. Yeah. And then, like, of course he's going to be, like, aggressive in his other facets. I'm sorry, guys. You guys keep... I'm, like, talking over the chat, talking over Stephanie. All right. I'm going to keep going. Let's go with
Unnecessary, sorry.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Let's go and find the marshal.
Dragon Lady, you were relating more with Noct because when things get rough, you have to retreat into yourself or you go mad. For outsiders, it looks like indifference, but to you, it looks like extreme pain.
And that is valid.
That is super valid.
That is totally a good argument.
Marshal.
Of course.
At last, Your Highness.
Yeah. Wanna tell me what I'm here for?
You're gonna lurk here. You were just gonna lurk here, but you can't help but agree. Yes, they did Noct dirty. When they translated, you guys are the best part. He didn't say you guys are the best in the Japanese version. He said something way better.
He says I love you.
Yeah. And like,
and duty.
He should be able to say that to his friends. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
don't know
agree.
what the deal.
I don't know.
I think maybe it's an American thing, like,
yeah, maybe
because guys in America just can't.
Masculinity looks very different here than it does in Japan and in a lot of other countries. So I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. But no, I agree with you. I think it would have been way more powerful with the Japanese phrasing, but it is what it is.
The king entrusted the role of protector to you. Entrusted it to me.
I kind of wish I had played one game that I haven't played all the way through is Caelum, which is the side scroller, but it has a lot of like Regis, like.
Hi, King Bastion. Yeah, he says I love you. We were definitely robbed.
Yeah.
That day, he didn't want you to remember him as the king.
This game goes really big with the accepting loss and fate theme. Yeah, for sure.
To be your father.
And having gone, hang on, sorry, we're, like the chat, you guys are, we love it when you guys are talkative. Dragon Lady, having gone through depression when you were younger,
you would ascend for the sake of your people.
You also recognize these signs in Noctis, for sure. I'm very similar to Dragon Lady, so I totally get it. And maybe this is not just like this, I'm gonna project a little bit, I'm gonna extrapolate a few things. But I mean, you can only imagine the pressure of someone who's growing up learning how to be a leader that needs to put on a, you know, or at least feels this pressure to act a certain way, be a certain way, perform a certain way, be strong for his people, for, you know, like, and lead with strength.
Totally.
You can only imagine, like, pain is something that he's told himself he can't show outwardly, you know, and like that, like, at least I know I feel that way a lot when I'm going through really tough times. I feel as though, like, I need to appear strong, I need to appear put together, I can't be breaking down. I can't let people know how much I'm hurting because I need to be strong for them because I don't want them to worry about me, whatever it might be. I can only imagine Noct might feel similar pressure, so I totally get that. Again, I'm extrapolating. I'm definitely projecting.
That's
I agree with you.
That's the fun of the game, is being able to project your thoughts and feelings into it.
Not only to help,
but to get a measure of your strength.
Alright,
So, just how many of these powers are out there?
Hello, Core.
Well, hey.
Oh, hey there.
I have this video I took. Sorry to I know you guys were having a really important conversation, but I'm like, hey, remember that time I had double core? So the first time I played episode Gladio, there was a glitch in the game, and I ended up with 2 cores. Like, it was just 2 cores standing there, and they were like almost synced, but not quite.
That's
so like
really
they would
funny.
like one would pick their hand up, the other one would pick their hand up. It was
That's amazing.
It's like double core. Why not both? Sorry. Okay.
There are 13 known royal arms, each enshrined.
It said Noctis was a boisterous normal child until the attack. Hey,
Right,
you know
yeah.
what? Yeah.
He probably has some serious like trauma, you know.
Something like that will do
Where's the
that
one
to you,
nearby
you know?
mentioned?
I'm mad that like we didn't really get to see Ignis's reaction to that. You know?
Yeah.
Cause like I always wondered why Ignis was so loyal. It's like it's not like Gladio, who's like he's loyal to the crown.
Yeah.
I mean, he's obviously loyal to Noctis because Noctis is his friend, but
Yeah.
first and foremost, he's loyal to the crown.
Yes.
So of course, it was a given that he was going to be loyal. And then of course, Prompto is like his buddy from like childhood or from school, so he was going to stick around. But like, like what possesses Ignis to stay loyal, so fiercely loyal? Like, what did Noct do to Ignis that made him so loyal? And we never. That was my big frustration with episode Ignis, is that we don't really learn anything about Ignis. Like, I wanted to know. That's why I write fan fiction, because like I fill in the gaps myself, you know. But it's like I wanted to know like something that Noct did.
Hi, Jay.
Which Jay? Good morning, Jay. How are you, Jay? Jay, hey, Jay, look at this. I don't know if you've seen that video. Jay, tell your lovely wife that Extra Life Game Day went down. I'm only saying this because I know that Nikki was interested in the coffee one. So Extra Life Game Day, the website totally crashed. So the coffee drawing that I know Nikki was interested in, we couldn't give it away at the time it was supposed to unlock. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those first couple of hours that didn't get unlocked, and we're going to add it to the end of the night. 11 p.m. So I don't know if Nikki can stay up that late, but just so you know.
FYI. Dragon Lady, have a good evening. Get some fresh air.
Yes,
take care of yourself.
please. Adam's voice is so nice. I'm just so not used to hearing such a deeper voice. I don't think he's hurting his voice by deepening it. Yeah, I don't know.
Jessica Looning, you admire Ignis's loyalty so much. He never gives up. I just love it.
I agree. I think it's so admirable. Where is it coming from? Where's the source? Like, like, you know, like usually if you're loyal to someone, it's because they did something for you. Like, and especially in the context of Noct, because Noct is kind of a jerk to Ignis. You know, like.
What can I
Yeah.
say?
You know, like
he's just like a little punk.
Do all my stuff.
Still
Like,
got an edge at any rate.
Yeah,
you know,
he acts like an annoying little
so
brother. You know?
something Noct has to have done something in his past. There is a story there that's just waiting to be written. I wish Square Enix would hire me so that I could write the story of why Ignis is so loyal. Because I'm sure Noct is a good person. Like, he clearly has a good heart. Like, there's got to be something that happened that Noct did that made Ignis want to stay loyal. And I mean, I'm not complaining, really. It's like, we got what we got, but it'd be cool to... that's the kind of stuff that I really wish they had fleshed out.
Ramen Freaky, first off, hello, welcome.
Hi, Ramen Freaky.
Oh my god, yes, I did not like episode Ignis, or well, I do, but I wanted to know more about him and why he was so loyal, because we know how loyal his...
Not helpful.
You know how loyal he is, but I wish that he showed why or his reasons, and his background was a bit sad. Episode Ignis especially. Yeah, for sure, same.
I think that
Sepia Swirl, it is 4:30 a.m. for us. We're doing okay though. I always stay up late, so I'm doing fine. Autumn's Twilight, I tend to see Ignis' loyalty as less something Noct did and more a combination of his own personality and emotional investment. I kind of feel the same way, Autumn's Twilight. I don't know that Ignis doesn't strike me as the kind of person whose loyalty is conditional. Like, I just feel like he has a bond with Noctis that has grown over the years, and like, Noctis could do anything, and Ignis would still be right by his side, you know? I don't know, that's how I interpret it at least.
I mean, that's fair, because it's like my brother and I would do anything for my brother, you know, but like,
I am a very loyal person. I don't think, there are people in, like, if I could even slightly attach to a stranger, I would still do something, like, because it's just like the right thing to do. He strikes me as the kind of person who'd be like,
yeah, just the right thing.
Yeah.
See, I disagree.
I
I disagree in the sense that, like,
Must say, I'm amazed.
I think that Ignis is a hard person to get along with. Like, he doesn't just, like, open up and attach
Prompto,
himself to...
you all right?
Like, he's a very reserved person.
he is reserved, you're right.
Like, if I had to...
I'm not saying I get attached to anyone, but I'm saying that when I do get attached, it doesn't have to be for a lot. Even if it's selective. I don't know.
That's
I don't
fair.
know.
No, that's fair. There's a bunch of stuff up there that we're not going to go through
particular
because
model
we're
is a mild to moderate
running out of
threat.
time.
The short
I just
version?
think that...
Somewhat dangerous.
I
Marshall.
don't know. I mean, that's just how I feel.
Take that
It's
down,
not...
right?
Think you're
Obviously,
up to it?
my word is not the word
Let's
of
see what you can do.
the astrals. Come on.
Yeah, Amako, there are a lot of Europeans here.
I know.
guys,
I'm so
welcome.
excited because
We love our European friends.
We do.
My Euphoria, a headcanon that Noctis really likes low-level disruption, moving all of Ignis's furniture 2 inches to the left, or organizing Gladio's books by how many times the letter E appears in the title or something like that. That's hilarious. I adopt that headcanon.
I accept that headcanon, and I think this is like a drill breaker plus or something.
Yeah.
A bioblaster. That's it.
Jay says that I feel like Ignis was raised to be very obedient, and his care for Noctis grew beyond just a job as they grew together as people. Yeah.
Here's
That's
where we go our
probably
separate
the
ways.
closest.
Take this
That's
key.
like
It
he
unlocks the
was
doors
just
to the other
trained to be
tombs.
obedient, like
Seek
from a
them
young
out and lay
age,
claim to the
and
power
you
they
know
hold.
maybe that's where.
You'll need it.
And what will you do?
Keep an eye on
Autumn's
this.
Twilight, getting sappy here, but one fic quoted
out
a
what
section
they're
from
up
The Little
to.
Prince where he decides his
But
rose
you
is
should
special among
focus
all
on
the
your own
identical
task.
roses because he cared for that rose the whole time.
Alright.
Oh God, stop! I'm gonna cry. That is really sappy, but I love that.
It's super cute.
I really love that a lot.
I'm going the wrong way. I always do that.
Oh man.
Raise your hand if you always like immediately go in the wrong direction that you're supposed to go in.
Keep it real, huh?
Okay.
All right, let's do
What
this.
chapter are we on?
Huh? Look!
There's a door.
What is this place?
It appears to have been a shelter.
People lived here?
Those seeking refuge from war, most likely.
Wars. Huh. What are they good
feel
for?
like-
Wonder if anyone's still living. Huh.
Yeah, Autumn's Twilight.
What's
That's
this?
very beautiful.
A cable.
I
Wonder where it leads.
I like that a lot.
And we can follow it and see.
A generator?
So it would appear.
Yeah,
Let's
like
still
Ignis
cared
cared for Noct,
Sweet,
and
works.
because of that, he cares about
then there
him.
was
You know,
light.
Oh man, I do
like
love me some light.
Noctis is special to Ignis because Ignis cared for him for so long. You
Maybe.
know.
Yeah. I like to think that Noctis and Ignis got along quite a lot when they were kids, and then maybe
Yeah.
had maybe didn't get along so well in their
Temper,
teenage
temper.
years, and then kind of grew back together
Yeah.
as they
What was
got
that?
older.
My bad. Kick the can.
You are killing me here, big guy. Are you? If it's all the
I
same
also
as you
think that
guys,
Ignis
I'd rather not.
Ignis
get
strikes me
buried
as someone
alive.
who's
Let us
very.
be quick.
He's a very like observant person. You know, he's the kind of person who like watches and listens.
Yeah, people.
Yeah, I mean, he's just very smart, and I think he strikes me as the kind of person who's like really in
that
tune
noise.
What,
with
too
like
atmospheric
subtleties,
for you?
right? And I think he can really empathize and like see the struggles that Noctis is going through, looking past whatever he's personally feeling. You know, separately from Gladio, who is like just doesn't understand why Noctis is reacting the same way he does.
Right,
but like Ignis
right.
is like, I see how you're reacting, and I know you to know why you're
Yeah, yeah.
why you're reacting this way,
Yeah.
and I feel for you, even though you're not going to say it, I understand and I'm here for you.
Right.
You know, like he just
I can
understands in a
feel
different way
eyes
than
on
other
us.
people.
The second we turn our
Totally.
backs.
I apologize. Okay. You might as well just put the dollar in me right now before. I was just gonna say I'm sorry. I suddenly had this I had been running high on adrenaline, and suddenly I had this come down, and now it's the weight on my shoulders. I'm super. I'm not tired, but I can feel I'm gonna need something pretty soon. I'm gonna need like a can of Red Bull.
I can
Maybe.
do it. One for you. You just let me know when.
Do you mind?
Yeah,
Would
you want me to go right now? Yeah.
Please? And maybe some water.
Yeah.
In my ebony. If you can't find the ebony mug, don't worry about it.
Okay, I'll look for it then.
But you can
Okay.
turn on the hallway lights if you want.
BRB. You
You're
said it.
so
Wait, where is
sweet.
it? It's in the hall. In the.
So if you are in the kitchen in the first
Yeah.
hallway, like next to kind of Kathryn's bedroom, there's a door there,
Yes.
and it's
The cabinet.
It should have like a bunch of like empty
Okay.
like reusable mugs.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's in there, but that would be where it would be if it was in there. It might be in
For sure.
a different cabinet, but don't worry about it. Maybe just like half of a mug of water.
Okay, for
Yeah.
sure.
Thank you. Oh wait, is it getting? What time are we? Oh no,
we
you got plenty of time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We got like 30 minutes.
Grazie.
Okay.
Thank you, my dear.
All right, BRB.
Sorry, everybody. There's another $1. If anybody doesn't know what's going on, I have a problem. I have a tendency to apologize for, I don't know. I was just born sorry. And so I said I was not going to say, for every time I apologized, I was going to donate $1 to Extra Life. Every time I apologize unnecessarily. So, okay, what's going on? What's going on in the chat? I haven't looked at the chat for a while. I've been kind of relying on Stephanie to... Let's see here.
Find out.
I really wish they had brought up Ignis's reactions to Noctis. Yeah, because I feel the shock of almost losing Noctis. Absolutely made Ignis more protective, or like a shadow on the green screen. I just wish there had been more Ignis. I feel that sepia swirl. I don't know. I felt like episode Ignis was really just like episode Noctis. Because it was like all about Ignis like trying to save Noct. But we didn't learn anything about Ignis really. I mean, which is fine. Oh, Ignis is cold. I'm sorry. I'm like, no. I really... Or like a shadow on the green screen. Uh-oh. Okay, hang on. Is each paper like worth $1? Okay, hang on a second. Oh, is this... hang on a second. What are we talking about? Okay, hang on. Maybe it's someone. Let me just go back here. The vertical line is back added again. Does anybody know the vertical line? Is it still there? Can you guys still see it? I have no idea. Episode was the man going feral and I was there for it. Yeah, that's true. I would say there is a vertical line somewhere in the lower middle section of the screen. Where? I don't know. Well, there's sometimes a little gray, that line that points to Noctis's body. Okay. I think it might be like the lighting, and that's probably going to change over when the sun starts coming up, so we'll see how that goes. Jay, yes, you are right. That was Ignis going feral and sort of like letting go of his emotions, and I think that was kind of nice to see.
No good. It's locked.
Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe my... Hello?
Hello?
I think I realized something,
Anybody
which is
home?
that
I'm coming in.
I became so attached to Ignis that I wanted my...
Giving up the chase?
I personally don't mind either way.
Give it up then.
I wanted my like personal like projections and headcanons to like be validated in the game, and when it wasn't validated, I was like, this isn't the right Ignis. But the truth is, like, Ignis is not my character, so I can't really say, like, I can't say that he should be a certain way, or I wish we had seen more of this. Because if that's not what they had in mind for him, then who am I to judge? All right, let's see here. Sorry, I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I'm not going to put $1 in, though.
A dead end.
Oh, you found my ebony mug. Hey. Oh, who turned out the lights?
Turn on a light.
That's like a Doctor Who reference. I don't know if you... Wait. Hang on a second. Sorry, give me just a hot second. Give me room.
All right, guys, what did I miss?
You know, I used to be so good at the combat in this game. I knew like how to do like the all of the text super fast. I was like super. Oh yeah. So this is actually going to be one of the reward incentives, except that the girl, the person, who made these is remade them out of stainless steel. Ooh. So there's going to be 5 of those available.
That is awesome.
For the thing. Yeah.
I'm going to donate for that. I still have my coffee. I'm good. And I have my water right here.
All right. So sorry. Bottoms up. I don't really like Red Bull, but I like the flavor of sugar-free Red Bull, strangely enough.
That is really funny.
I rather like, it's the only like diet. Okay, headcanon, do you think Ignis knew that he might be blinded after studying the paintings of insomnia? I don't think he did, but I think maybe after the fact he realized like, oh, this is part of a prophecy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I could see that.
I think he I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could, possibly.
Jay, you are getting one of these cans. Yes.
Yes. There's 5 of them. The person made 5 of them available.
There's still a lot you don't know about this game, and you have to say you're mesmerized by the glowy weapons.
The generator.
That is the most important part of this game.
Just gotta keep moving.
You see a lot of different reactions to the ring. Death for Nyx, loss of arm for Ravis. Yeah.
Raise your hand if you played the game before they nerfed the ring, and then we're like, you get this ring, and like it doesn't work on any. Or no, they didn't nerf it. They buffed it. So originally the ring, they like spent all the game talking about how great this ring is, and then you get the ring and it's garbage. Like it doesn't, like you can't kill anything with it.
It's really funny.
And you're like, why? And then for a long time, you know, all of chapter 13, it's the only weapon you have available to you. But then they buffed it, so then it became like way OP. So raise your hand if you were one of the people who.
You played it on the first week out, and the ring was disappointing.
Disappointing. Did you play Did you play it with the? Well, I guess they automatically forced you to play the crown. Like there was a day 1 update called the Crown update, and it added all the King's. That was what I was saying about how it added the Kingsglaive scenes. Yeah. It adds like a bunch of pawns. It adds just a lot of stuff, but some people have played the 1.0 version of the game. There's like a lot of glitches. Like those are the glitches that you'll see like Ignis writing, like standing on the chocobo. Like that's
Wait, real quick. The weapons that you're using, they're the Final Fantasy 14 weapons.
These are the Final Fantasy.
Yes, Final Fantasy 14 weapons confirmed.
Sorry about that. I'm like not really. I should pay more attention to the chat.
That was a sorry, guys. Another $1.
I'm gonna be paying. Spend a lot of money.
Locked. Don't bother, Noctis.
That didn't nerf Ignis by blinding him. Yep, that was a reason.
So they also nerfed Ignis in Comrades. Raise your hand if you remember getting one-shotted repeatedly by Ignis in the Comrades.
Hi, Sinath. Yes, I'm the expert on Final Fantasy 14. Any questions you guys have, you just ask me.
How come you don't play that game?
I am afraid to start that game. I do not do well with things that allow for addictive.
I know. I started it.
MMOs scare me. I've never played one. I don't trust myself to ever start one.
I started it. I'm like about halfway through Realm Reborn, but then I got busy and I couldn't.
Yeah. I also will say I have not had a computer. I still don't have a computer that is powerful enough to play the game.
You can play it. Do you have a PS4?
No. Well, yeah.
It's
like
like
Kathryn's,
okay. Yeah. But you have a Switch. You have a really cool Animal Crossing Switch.
I do have a cool Animal Crossing Switch. No, it's good. I've never played an MMO before. I don't know. It doesn't. I wish I could just like, if there was like a cutscene mode, I would love to see all the cutscenes in Final Fantasy 14. But I don't. I don't think I can commit to playing it. It's too much.
Like a play or watch play or.
I feel like there has to be.
Jen,
I know you can go back and watch cutscenes, so I'm sure I could just like log on to Kathryn's and just watch them all.
Right there.
I know what I need.
Sinath.
Gear.
Yes, I know I can play it on the PS4, but I don't think you understand how inconvenient it is my house, we have like 2 different layouts. We have like a room that we stream out of and a room that we just like hang out on the couch and like chill. And the PS4 is in the stream room, and like I would have to sit on like
a couch.
Like I want to sit on a couch and play video games. I don't want to sit.
Do you have a chair?
I do. I have a gaming chair, but still, it's.
Are gaming chairs comfortable?
Yeah, they're pretty comfortable. I use it for work because I work from home.
I've never used a gaming chair. This chair, by the way, I know this couch is not particularly comfortable.
Oh, this is fine.
But it's the best I could do.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
This way. I do believe we're nearing the ending. Here.
Yeah, that's what YouTube is for real. The fact that he's this strong after like 7 months of blindness is insanity. Honestly,
Yeah.
Ignis is a beast.
I wrote a fic about. It's actually going to be in. It's in the
Ignis can always step on us.
the PDF version
Heck yes.
of Lost in Wars, the zine. It kind of talks about like the time between after he's blinded, but before Noct returns. You know?
Yeah.
And I kind of like explored the idea.
That's
so.
weird.
The hell?
What am I looking at? Okay, so in here, if you guys are ever curious to know, I'm sure everyone in the chat here probably knows what it's like, what this is, but if you go down there, at the end, in chapter 15, you get a key, and you can unlock these, like, Menace Beneath Lucis. That's what this is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's part of the chapter 15 side quest.
Well, that's fun.
Chamber of the Conqueror.
You have a cool French YouTube channel that compiles a movie out of the cutscenes, a game movie event. Oh, that's really cool. How convenient.
There's actually one scene in Comrades that I absolutely...
Hi, Rio. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, you guys.
No,
I'm
you're
spotting
totally
all
fine.
my friends in the chat and like.
Please. That's awesome. Don't be sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, Darin.
Oh, no worries. Enjoy your breakfast, my friend.
Yes. I was gonna say, there's one scene in Comrades that I absolutely refuse to. I reject it as canon. It does not exist in my head canon.
Which one?
Okay, so have you played through all of Comrades?
No, I
Okay.
have not. I'll be super straightforward with you guys. I have
There
not
is
played it.
there, at the end of like the first part of Comrades.
Yeah.
You are the Glaives, and you go to Angel Guard, which is where Noctis sleeping.
Yeah.
He's like, or where he appears out of the crystal, right?
Yeah.
So okay, in the main game, in this game, Noct like comes out of the crystal. He wakes up on Angel Guard. He like goes down, takes the boat, goes to like Golden Key, and it's just like empty, void of people, and it's just like he gets the note from Umbra that says like meet you in Hammerhead, and it's like a very like lonely, isolating experience. So in Comrades, in Comrades, they added a scene where a bunch of Glaives go to Angel Guard Island, and then they fight Bahamut, and then Bahamut deems them worthy to watch over Noctis while he sleeps or whatever. So basically what happens is like these guys are like chilling on Angel Guard, waiting for Noctis to awaken, and like in my headcanon, there's a scene in there where like Noct like comes down the stairs out of the little hut that he's in, and then he runs into like Libertas, and they're like, we've been waiting for you for 10 long years, and like I could just see Noct being like, wow, this is like awkward, guys, thanks for waiting for me. So like it totally ruins that chapter in the game for me, because like the whole part of it is like Noct is supposed to be this like completely isolated and alone, and he's like this build up to meeting his friends again, and it's ruined by the fact that he's like walking down the stairs. He's like, whoa, hey Libertas, how long have you been there for? Just
10
watching
years.
my boat, huh? Okay,
that's hilarious.
Let's see here. Okay. Replaying the game and noticing how Noctis absorbs the... Yeah, right? Knowing how the game freaking ends. Okay. Let's take this royal tomb. Excuse me.
Ooh, iced coffee. My coffee is
This is
basically
the
iced
axe of
coffee at this point.
Oh.
No, it's all good.
Do you like iced coffee?
Oh, I love iced coffee. No problem.
Do you like iced coffee with cream? Do you like anything ever in any context?
Yeah, I like all kinds of coffee.
She's like a coffee file. I don't want to say snob, but...
I'm not a snob.
not
I'm
a
definitely
snob.
not a snob when it comes to coffee. I like trash coffee. I like diner coffee more than anything else. But no, I like all kinds. my like go-tos at Starbucks change every single time I go. So
Exactly, Jay.
thanks for waiting. You guys got like a burger or something? Yes.
Also, the fact that Noct doesn't know what Angel Guard is at the beginning of the game makes no sense. But okay, Square Enix collab, I guess. Yeah.
That is fast.
So awkward.
No need to put on a magic show for us.
Wait, what is it? What is this person? You need it for the key, but it's like okay. But Doral Caverns is the most unfair dungeon because there's nothing but 4 fish guiding you there. Yeah. Doral Caverns sucks because if you don't drop that ladder at the end of the dungeon, there's no way to get up there, and you just have to wait for everything to respawn before you can get the chance to. Oh, it's garbage.
Yeah.
There are some crap dungeons in this game. I won't like. Wait, how do I? No, I want to go back to. Yes,
You figure he wasn't paying attention to his tutors the day they talked about it. I could see that happening.
All right. Astral Sphere. This is a thing that they added like with the Royal Edition because it started. It was called the Astral Sphere like long before the game came. It was either called Astral Sphere or something else. But they like changed the name of it when they released the game, and then like they added it back in like years later. But I don't know. Wait, my phone's ringing. Piteous killed you? I love Piteous. The very first time I ever streamed playing this, I was streaming with them on their. I was like piggybacking on their stream, and I played Piteous. It took me 11 hours, but I was, in my defense, quite drunk playing through most of it.
Yeah. In your defense, you had gotten like full out wasted, which like respect.
I did like a little like lap dance, and I got like $100 donation or something. Hey, anything.
Good times.
Anything for.
Oh, we need to have you as a guest again at some point. I love Shay streams.
Anything
People
for
to
charity.
see, bases to burn.
Ooh,
Let's go see
okay.
Monica at the
Oh, that's right.
outpost.
We're gonna go burn a base.
You still are triggered by that dungeon near Insomnia. You got lost for hours. Crestholm, I think.
Come to think of it, we did spy last,
Gravity,
don't
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that one where gravity is not, everything's at an angle and gravity is not, up is down. God,
Dude,
I do hate that.
Speedruns of Piteous are crazy. Just speedruns in general, like, how do people, guys, like, how do people do that? How do they do that?
Oh, that was not.
But yeah, it's really wild seeing that stuff. Yeah, glitch finders, that's super fun too. Piteous was so fun. You wish there were more puzzly dungeons in the game. Wicked Shrug for sure. People can do Piteous in like 15 minutes. I don't understand.
Come on, Ignis, help me out here.
Fun fact, you can theoretically beat Crestholm before doing the saber test with Cindy.
The saber test? Oh, wait. Yes, you can. Oh my gosh, actually, it's really funny you say that. So the first time I played this game, Kat came down one time.
Yeah.
And I had just started, I was like in chapter 1, right? And Kat's like, oh my god, you're playing Final Fantasy 15 finally! And I was like, yeah. And I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. Like, would you like just play the game a little bit for me, right? Mm-hmm. And the next thing I know, I like leave for 5 seconds. And the next thing I know, she's unlocked Crestholm channels. I'm like level 2. And like, I'm trying to go, like, I go down in there, and it's like, I was like, she's like, don't go back there until you're like 50 levels higher. I accidentally unlocked it for you. Just
That's
don't do that.
Hilarious.
So I like left it unlocked for like hours, like 100 hours before I finally braved it enough.
That's super
but yeah,
funny.
But she also did one of the stirring quests without me, and I was like when I was like, months later, I was like, man, I felt like I got cheated. I only did like 2 quests with Ignis, and I did 3 with everybody else. And Kathryn was like, oh yeah, I did that one stirring quest.
Oh no!
How dare you take me?
I got Ignis one.
Like I like saw a YouTube video of it, and I was like,
Take it out. Yeah.
wow, that is like serious, beautiful voice acting right there. I got a pebble in my shoe. Take it out. Yeah.
So funny. I can't with these guys. I love them.
So
Noctis' posture is like, okay, but like Jay relatable.
Don't ruin. It's like, yeah.
I say as I'm like currently hunched over on this couch. Sorry, let me just like sit up straight. Sorry.
Jay. I have a not so secret crush on Jay. They have an amazing. It's probably the Ignis, but not entirely the Ignis. Tell Nikki I love her too. Tell Nikki that thank you for putting up with me like
Speedruns of this game are super intimidating though because the world record is 4 hours and it's an emotional roller coaster. Oh my god, 4 hours.
No, speedrun of what?
Of this game.
Of this or Piteous Ruins?
No, Pity's Ruins they can do
It's
like
like a
15
minute.
minutes.
No, they can do it in a minute and 30 seconds.
Minute and 30. What the hell?
There's somebody.
How?
Gotcha.
It's gotcha. There's like a. They basically like. I don't know. I don't want to say glitch, but they rely on a very series of precise movements that basically skip 99% of the. Look it up. It's online. It's really.
That's insane. That I need to watch that.
Your Highness.
This whole game, 4 hours. I can't.
How?
But at what
Found the
cost?
back door into the Imperial
But
base.
at what
I'll mark the
cost?
route on your map.
Indeed.
The way is secure. You should be able to gain entry relatively easily.
All right, guys, we are getting actually really, really close for next unlock donation incentives. Let's talk
10
about it real
minutes.
quick. All right, guys, we actually 8 minutes.
Okay, just kidding. So what's
I don't know,
next?
Yeah. All right, guys. So 5 a.m. It's approaching soon. We
How am I
have.
able to do this without like scribbling stuff out? I guess it doesn't matter.
just-
So,
I-
yeah. Okay. All right.
I read, Shay. That's how I do it. I use my eyes.
Hi, Ignis. I love you. Get back
Good
here.
luck. Okay, guys. At 5 a.m., we have a couple of donation incentives that are dropping. We have a cross-stitch, a pixel Prompto from Miss.
Oh yeah,
Pixel
Miss Pixie Eyes.
Miss Pixie Eyes. Sorry,
Yeah,
I read
yeah.
that wrong.
She did an amazing. She hand cross stitched these things.
That is so cool. Guys, if you want pictures of all this stuff, please go to Shay's
Yeah.
Twitter.
I'm sorry I don't have pictures of it set up. I was actually gonna have Stephanie do that, but it became non-important.
Oh, I can work on that for later.
That's fine.
And then ISEB reward number 4, Ignis.
Oh, the
Ignis monthly
standee
merch.
bundle. Okay.
Yeah, standee bundle.
So if you missed out on buying any Ignis monthly merch club, or maybe you were too intimidated to get invested in it like this late in the game because there's just too much stuff to buy, I have been saving all year long. I've been saving like a bundle of everything, a little bit of everything, so you can buy the entire bundle. It doesn't have November or December, but the price includes those two. So if you'd be willing to wait for me to ship everything out, like in December, you'll have the complete collection. This is the only opportunity you have to like buy everything in one.
And then of course we have ISEB
Oh, Pun.
Inktober original illustrations, day 6, Pun.
Okay, hang on. Let me get Pun out. Pun is this one. Can't spell funambulism without fun. Zoom in. There it is.
Oh, look at that. That's so fun.
I like that one. I think that one came out really cute.
I want to see it.
That was like Assassin's Creed Festival reference. So if you didn't get
Yes.
to Assassin's Festival.
This is so good. You're so talented, Shay.
Thank you.
So we have the cross-stitch pixel Prompto for $20. We have the standee bundle, the complete standee bundle, $175 for all of them.
I know it sounds like a lot, but you're actually getting a
You're getting
like
a
a couple
sick deal.
of free.
Yeah,
Yeah, like there's
sick deal, guys.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of money, but remember,
They are really cool though. I have one literally in my kitchen.
remember tax deductible, and
Tax
Christmas is coming up. Maybe you want to gift it to somebody.
Yes.
Just saying.
And then we have day 6, the Inktober original illustration Pun, which you guys just saw. So that is going to go live. We've got 5 minutes left until then. Guys, get ready. They're going to ask you to put in your name, your address, your shipping address, your email or Twitter handle, because we want to make sure that we can contact you afterwards. Type that all out now. Have that ready so you can just paste that in and then go ahead and donate right away, because it's going to be first come, first serve. Whoever gets it first is the one who gets it.
Stephanie, you're hired.
I'm good at this stuff.
Please let me pay for your gas.
No. Shay keeps trying to pay me and Kathryn for a gas.
They're working so hard for me for nothing in return. I feel like a garbage friend. Like, come down and do all this bitch work for me.
Dude, do you know how happy we are to like be here and be a part of this? Which, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and put in another PSA just so everybody knows.
Yes.
Guys, I'm going to say this many, many times throughout the stream. Same with Kathryn. We want to make sure that we make it as clear as possible. There is, in fact, a pandemic going on right now. We are not ignorant or unaware of that fact. we want to be very transparent in saying that Kathryn and I quarantined prior to coming here, made sure to stay home as long as possible, monitor symptoms, took our temperatures on a regular basis to make sure that we were not exhibiting any obvious symptoms. I took a COVID test before coming here because I work with the general public. I just want to encourage all of you guys to, if you're going to see friends or family, make sure to take the appropriate precautions to make it as safe as possible.
COVID is real.
Yes, I do not want to give anyone the impression that we just decided that we were just going to hang out in person without our masks on.
This was planned long in advance.
We did a lot of planning to make sure that this was going to be safe enough to do. So we just wanted to make sure to make that very, very clear for all of you guys.
See you guys later.
I know.
Super important.
I like to think that everybody who follows me, like, we're all of the same mind. But it's still, it's so easy. The crazy thing is, it's like, it's easy to just be like, you know, one time isn't going to be an issue. It's kind of like, this is going to sound really like, maybe, okay, it's almost 5 o'clock, so it's still before 6 o'clock. It's like STDs, guys. Like, you say, like, oh, just one time, don't have safe sex, and suddenly it's like, don't take the risk. It's not worth it.
Yes.
Not that I would, like, no, but you know what I mean? Like, in this instance.
We get what you're saying. But honestly, and the last thing I would ever want anyone to think is, like, to see us hanging out, knowing that we're not from the same household, and then, like, just internalize it, saying, like, well, I guess it's just, like, not a big deal anymore. So, like, that means I can go see my friends, right? Please, please, take precautions. Be responsible.
Totally.
It's not a joke.
We launch our ambush,
all of us
pushing
have
out while support
tried to be as
pushes
responsible
in,
as possible.
crushing the enemy from both sides.
Yeah, we want to. I've been saying it frequently, pretty much like every
I know
hour.
we're like preaching here.
No,
but it's important.
I know people are coming in and out of the stream. I want to make sure that we make it clear to everyone who's coming that this is not something that is meant to be taken lightly.
Right.
And we did not take it lightly. We took a lot of precautions, and I want to be really, really transparent about that.
So we're gonna fight Loki at the end of this, and what a poorly underutilized character. I feel so bad because he's great in the Assassins Festival, and it's so sad that like it's so sad that like the Assassins Festival, his shining moment in the Assassins Festival is like a part-time, like. He's just like only in it for like a second, or he's sorry, let me rephrase it. His best moment is in a limited time event. Like there's hundreds of people, thousands of people who never got to experience
it. Yep.
Holding up all right. I could do this in my sleep.
Okay. Guys, we're 2 minutes away from those incentives dropping. So I'm going to get that ready, guys. You'll see it on the website right now. It's going to be showing at $10,000. That is not how much it's going for.
No. That's just there to stop people from...
Yes, I'm updating the price shortly. I'm updating the price shortly, and we are going to get that to we're going to get all of them to the appropriate price, so you guys can bid on them. Or not bid on them, I'm so sorry. You can purchase them? I don't know. I guess purchase.
Your donation will count towards
yes, your donation will count towards a incentive price.
Exactly.
Alright, well 1 minute away. First up is going to be the Miss Pixie Ice's Cross Stitch Pixel Prompto. That is going to be the first one, and then I'm going to move on to the standees, and then the October piece. You're still so confused why you can't play it. Yeah, it's really frustrating, because honestly, especially like the Assassin's Creed one, that was probably my favorite of all of these.
Oh my god, I love the Assassin's
It was amazing.
Festival. It was so Noctis I cosplay. I've got my own costume. Like, so fun. And I love the scavenger hunt. Like, that one really, like, so riddled me.
Okay, guys, the link is right there. So go ahead and check out the link. The donation incentive, we're going to go ahead and put up the Pixel Prompto right now. So go ahead and check it out. And then I am getting ready to put up the... One moment. Where is it? The Standee Bundle. Standee Bundle for...
Dang me.
85. Alright, Standee Bundle is now up, guys. If you want to get that, Standee Bundle is now up.
Otherwise,
And
you'll
last
get
but
in
not
everyone's
least,
way.
we're doing
Could've
the
got it alone
Igtober
if I
piece.
wanted.
That mentality could prove your undoing, Highness.
One moment.
You're so cute, Steph. You're like, one moment, please.
One moment, please. Please stand by.
Yeah.
All right, and we are now up with all 3 of those donation incentives, so please check it out, guys. They're ready for the take-in.